2, which is mean 8 seats more. Okay, now live streaming, is it?
Asmah, your voice pecah-pecah lah.
Ya. Kejap Dr. Fani.
Okay, my voice is clear.
Sorry for the technical issues. Now we are ready, I think. So we can start.
Are you sure? I check the handphone still loading.
Yes, you need to use the new link, madam.
New link.
Yes.
Where is the link?
At the chat box.
Chat box. Okay.
All right, thank you for the technical team. All right, let's continue. Thank you for singing the IIUM song, Leading the Way. Distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, now we would like to present to you the Kulliyyah of Engineering's official video. Please enjoy. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, to kick off our Kulliyyah of Engineering briefing session today, now I would like to invite our Honorable Dean of Kulliyyah of Engineering, Associate Professor Dr. Sani Izan Ihsan, to deliver his welcoming speech. With all due respect, please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, Doctor.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Thank you, Sister MC, all my colleagues, Deputy Deans, as well as staff who are assisting in this Ta'aruf session, and all my new students to Kulliyyah of Engineering. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's a bit difficult to talk here. I'm just facing the laptop without seeing the faces. And this is the purpose of the meeting actually is to see the new faces of our student to the Kulliyyah. But anyway, then due to the situation that we have now, then we have to live by it. Inshallah, soon then we'll be able to see you then around in the campus, inshallah. Okay, I would like to welcome all new students to Kulliyyah of Engineering. Just a few information I would like to share. The first one is the history of our Kulliyyah of Engineering. It was established in 1994 actually. We have already celebrated 25th year anniversary a few years ago. So we have been quite established now in a way, and it started with only 3 academic programs. It was situated in Lembah Pantai PJ before, and then in 1997 that we moved to this present location, started with only 2 buildings, the workshop and building E0, and then we expand into currently 7 buildings. We have actually 6 engineering department offering program and 1 department servicing department, okay, and offering 8 undergraduate program. Okay, this is the photo. I think you have seen this before, even in the video it has shown there. The orientation, if you are familiar with the campus, if you have been to the campus, then we are just close. Our neighbor is actually ICC and KOE. Okay, and you can see there we have E0, which is the first building with E6 in the beginning, and then we expanded into the remaining E1 to E5. Okay, hopefully then soon you'll be able to come and walk around the compound of our Kulliyyah, inshallah. All right, and this is our Kulliyyah management. I am given the responsibility to lead the Kulliyyah as a dean, and I have 4 deputies. The one that would relate you very much will be Deputy Dean Academic and Internalization. Actually Professor already, Prof. Dr. Ma'an. And then Deputy Dean Student Development and Community Engagement, Dr. Hasma. Okay, these 2 are very much relevant to the undergraduate program. You will be seeing them maybe once in a while then, inshallah. Okay, and we have, as mentioned, we have 7 departments. These are the head of departments. Okay, and you can see the faces related to your respective department. You may have to meet and refer to them then occasionally, inshallah. Okay, our vision of the Kulliyyah is a global center of innovative engineering education and research with values and professional ethics. So as the keywords usually then highlighted is we want to be a global center, okay, and innovative engineering education. Of course, with that, then when we talk about engineering, then we want to also excel in research. But the emphasis there, apart from the technical, then the values and professional ethics is emphasized. Okay, our mission to be a referral hub for engineering education and sustainable solution based on Islamic principles for a better world. Okay, and our strategic direction is humanizing engineering education towards viable ecosystem. And this is actually our framework or strategic framework, just to share with you. Okay, our iltizam is on top there. Okay, one of it is balanced engineering education based on Islamic principle in order for us to meet our strategic direction, mission, and vision. In the internal process, P2 there, we have already conducted our undergraduate curriculum review. I will mention a little bit afterward. And also in progress of conducting a curriculum review for our PG. But for you, then what I'd like to emphasize is our process 1, holistic graduates who are actively engaged in sustainable society. So keyword there also I would like to highlight is sustainable, engage in sustainable society, meaning that not only you go to class, learn about the technical or the knowledge, but we also like to get you involved in our activity with the society. Society could be within the campus as well as outside the campus, inshallah. Okay. I believe you are already familiar with this. I don't want to spend so much time on this due to limited time, but I would like to highlight a few things. IEM Roadmap 21-22, which is on humanizing education through Maqasid Syariah and Sustainable Development Goal. SDG or Sustainable Development Goal has already been what we call a buzzword, I think, for the last few years. I hope everyone is aware of it. It is under what we call that. There are 17, okay, and inshallah IEM is also working hard on proposing another one on spirituality. That will be number 18 then with the what we call that UN, okay. And also I would like to highlight on this is under the roadmap, we want to emphasize on humanizing education is actually education with soul and loaded with values and wisdom. It is about nurturing a person first and a professional second. So this is what we what we call that we internalize and we work on this, okay, apart from your technical knowledge that we will embed on you or we will provide to you, okay. We would also want to see your development as a personal, okay, or as a person, so that upon graduation that we can see you become a better leader or better person that would help the society in the future, inshallah. Okay, this one also, SAF, I believe you have been exposed to this even during, for those who are from CFS, you have seen this even before. And I think during this Ta'aruf, this will or has been also emphasized. I just want to highlight on this, okay, which is relevant very much on the one that I highlighted earlier. SAF views the entire student experience in addition to the formal curriculum as core towards student becoming and embodying insan sejahtera. So your entire student experience on campus, off campus, throughout your 4 years study, then is very important for the development. Okay. And this is the student's life sphere, just to emphasize basically your campus life experience covering not only class, part of it, which is academia. It also involves your real world, virtual world, with nowadays, and there are so many parts of virtual world, and also BR, which is your surrounding, okay, on in your mahala, in campus, in kuliah, and etc. Inshallah. Okay, and this one I just to show, but of course I think you have seen this before, all those elements in order to develop a SAF framework. This is basically the framework, okay, the SAF framework. Okay. And I believe we have also seen or have gone through this university vision. I just want to highlight few, important few notes there. Of course, we have 7 missions of the university and very much relevant for the student. I mean, what we want to achieve very much related to the student as our output of our institution then. Okay, the first one, reforming the contemporary Muslim mentality. Okay, we hope that you go through this process. Okay, and then number 2, to produce better quality intellect. Okay, and then number 4, nurture the quality of holistic excellence. Okay, when we talk about holistic, it's not only in one element. It should be as a whole human being then, as a person. And then number 6, to enhance intercultural understanding. With being international university, then you will be seeing many international students also. This will create, this give you opportunity then to have intercultural understanding. And then number 7, to develop an environment that instills commitment for lifelong learning. Okay. And I will not be spending so much on this. I believe Prof. Ma'an will spend more on the outcome-based education, program outcomes, and etc. But just to show relevant to the mission of the university, Okay, the Kulliyyah has these program outcomes. What we meant by program outcome is actually the ability of our student upon graduation. So the statement there mentions students graduated from the Kulliyyah of Engineering programs should have the following abilities. Okay, of course the writing is small. I just highlighted on those elements there as bold. Okay, not only on knowledge, problem analysis, design, but it also covers on ethics, communication, lifelong learning, as well as project management and environment. So these are the ability that we expect our student throughout your 4-year journey in the Kulliyyah, you'll be able to attain, okay, and what we call that, improve yourself, okay. You'll be seeing this every semester. Then each lecturer are expected to spend time in the beginning of the semester to what we call that, to talk about the program outcome as well as relating the program outcome to the respective course. Okay, this is the undergraduate programs we have currently. This is effective from last semester. So you will be the second batch of this new program. Okay, we had a name change of the program, and there are some consolidation as listed there. So you will be in one of these programs then, I expect. Okay. And I think towards the end of my presentation, I would like to emphasize, as been emphasized earlier, okay, I really hope that you spend or you take this opportunity during your 4-year journey in the Kulliyyah, even though currently we are all away, in most cases, and you are all at home taking courses online, but soon, inshallah, you'll be able to come to campus. But these are among the important skills apart from the technical that has been emphasized by what we call industries or expected by graduates. So as you can see, based on the survey then, not only your technical or academic what we call that, performance, but communication skill, leadership skill, and all those things are emphasized or being looked at by employer. Which are very important for your success in your career or in your future. Okay. Also here then, top 9 graduate skill that employers want in 2020. This one was another survey. As you can see, they emphasize on communication skill, leadership skill, and what we call teamwork and things like that. All those are very important. So take your opportunity during these 4 years to explore, to enhance all these skills then, which eventually will be very helpful for you. Okay, not only don't just simply focus on scoring on the subject, but of course that one is very important, but at the same time you have to explore or venture your personal development as well. I think that is what I want to emphasize. Okay, and this one also is another survey, okay, just to share. Okay, future learning and work, emphasizing also not only on memorizing the information. Okay, you can score in some cases, in some courses by simply memorizing, but to survive in the overall engineering practice, then you need to really understand. So the thinking skill must be there and critical skill. Okay, I think that should be the second last. Okay, the final one I would like to emphasize is that IM and engineering, especially our Kulliyyah, is very much committed in providing an environment and ecosystem that enable our students to explore and venture for their life journey of personal development and transformation. I emphasize their personal development. We are not only concerned about the technical, that is definitely by default, then it is expected. But beyond that, then we want you to become a better person. We want to develop your personality also. We want to assist you in developing that. Okay, mentioned there, development is in all aspects, cognitive, which is on the intellectual, academic, psychomotor, which is on the hands-on. There are some lab activities, projects that you'll have to do. But another important component will be the affective, which is touching your heart then, the feeling and how you internalize all the knowledge, all the information that has been given to you. Okay, those are several quotes there, and I think the last one that is 3 idiots. That will be a nice video if you want to watch. Okay, to show in terms of importance of life, as well as this that video is actually very much relevant to engineering study. Okay, I think that should be all from me. Okay. So again, then welcome everyone to Kulliyyah of Engineering. Unfortunately, I cannot see faces at this point. Okay, hopefully very soon that we will be able to see each and every one of you on campus. As you can see in the video, students are walking around on campus and in the lab. So we really looking forward then to have that kind of environment in the future, inshallah. And may you have a pleasant, blessed, and successful journey, inshallah. Okay, with that, then thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Sani Izan Ihsan, for his honorable welcoming speech. Distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, we will proceed our session this morning with a briefing related to academic matters. Without further ado, I would like to call upon our Honorable Deputy Dean of Academic and Internationalization, Professor Dr. Man Fahmi Rashid Al-Khatib, to give a briefing regarding the academic matters for Kulliyyah of Engineering. With all due respect, please welcome.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much, Sister Nabila. And I would like to welcome all of you, our new learners. And I wish you to take this opportunity to indulge very, very much into the university life, although we are still on RTL, but there are many ways that we can try to achieve that. So as Sister Nabila said, I will be covering on the academic and internationalization issues. As you can see, there's my email and the office email. Feel free to contact us at any time that you need any help. Need to adjust my time. All right, so I think this one was shown by Dr. Sani just now. It's good to keep showing you these pictures to make you keen to come back, to the Kulliyyah. And E1, our office will be here. We hope to see you soon there. We used to have very big crowds at the beginning of the semester around the office. Let me start by emphasizing on this verse or ayah from the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Man yamshi mukibban ala wajhihi ahda am man yamshi sawiyan ala siratin mustaqim." It's very important that we know our direction, we know our goals, we know where we want to end our journey. And doing so also requires us to know many things. We know we need to achieve, to emphasize on what our goals. We need to learn about environment, the university. What is the university all about? Like Dr. Sani said, it's not just about classes and academic courses. There are many things that we can learn. We need to learn about the study plans, policies, rules, and choose our means to achieve these goals, and then create a balance in our university life and our life in general. I'm saying this because many of the issues that we might face during our journey in universities because of lack of knowledge or lack of information about the system, about the university. Probably if I have time, I will be sharing with you some information that we have collected from your colleagues, first-year students, from all students on their first-year experience. These are the programs that we offer. We have 8 programs. You should be in one of these programs. They are newly revisited, and we try to improve them in many ways by increasing the professional competency in the programs, looking at ethics and Islamic values. And for your information, ethics is not just at IIUM. I think now everywhere people are talking about ethics because our world is kind of moving or diverging from there because we are focusing too much on materialism. So ethics now become very, very essential, and Islamic values are the best place to look for ethics. And of course, social responsibility, because we want our engineering courses not to just lead to engineers who can do engineering work, but also want to graduate humans who can serve the community and the society and the Ummah at large, right? These are the people who will be assisting you or your during all your journey. Sister Hidayah, Sister Fawzia, Brother Ismail, and Sister Adiba. They are always there, looking at your messages and emails and responding to your requests. My point here, the most important point is that it is all about communication. We have to look into how we communicate. Respect, mutual respect is very, very important. Inshallah, we will provide you the services with not only in a professional way, but also with soul and heart. You will be working too closely with the office because we are offering the courses and looking into registration methods. We are also looking at applications for change of program, examination scheduling and monitoring, credit transfer, engineering, industrial training, and accreditation. Basically all academic matters. Also, I need to bring your attention to these very important people in your department. You have the coordinators for FYP, IDP, and EIT. They are very important, but their role is focusing more on these courses like final year project, integrated design projects, and industrial training. However, the most important people you have to really work closely with is your academic advisor. I'm very sure Dr. Hasma will cover on this, but from academic perspective, I would advise you to start communicating with them from now. Probably I will talk more about study plan and how important that you need to work closely with them on that. We have few online services which you need to continuously be looking at. We have iMa'loom. It's like your news portal, information about your academic issues, and also any information from university. iTalim is our learning management system. Probably not all the lecturers will be using them, but we do visit them from time to time because we know all of you are on iTalim. And also the other one is Office 365, where you have an email at live.iim.edu.my. If you are using Microsoft Teams, probably you need these emails. I would also advise you to activate this email. Especially you have many benefits, including the use of the Office 365 applications and downloading Microsoft software. Also, let me bring your attention to our website. In the website, you will have one tab for undergraduates, and under this tab, if you click on it, you will come to a list of information where I believe they are very useful for you. You will have information about academics and teaching and learning policies, disciplinary policies, academic forms. So we put all the forms for you in one place, and also student mobility, the calendar, the EIT, all the people you need to know, your academic advisors, your academic coordinators, and also the online airdrop is now available. It will be opening soon, inshallah, on Friday. This is for those who cannot register online because of some reasons like section close and so on. Another piece of information that's very crucial for you is what we call it SAPIR, or Student Academic Performance Evaluation Regulations. And this is the latest one. It was approved by the Senate in 2021. In this document, you will know about your academic load, importance of registration, how to drop and when to drop, course withdrawal, and many other very important issues: auditing, independent study, resetting exams, repeating of past courses. All this information are available in SAPIR. The link, as I showed you just now, you can just download it from the internet. It's very important for you to know all these policies, because they will kind of ensure that you are on the right path. You are not exceeding your study period. You are not coming into any academic appropriation or academic dismissal. So all these policies are very clearly stated there. And don't wait until there is an issue, and then you say, oh, I didn't know, because all the information are there. For example, there you will know about the academic load, the minimum load that you can take, the maximum load that you can take, and also you will learn that registration is very important. You have to register by the 4th week of the semester, otherwise your status will be not registered. By 12th week, if you did not register, you will be terminated. And for terminated students, they need to appeal to the Senate to be readmitted. So I think we need to know all this, so we don't come to a stage that we face this kind of situations. This is the link to Sapir. You can also find it on Ahmad website. All right, another important notice: in the Kulliyyah of Engineering, and due to the requirement by Engineering Accreditation Council, we apply the passing of final exam policy. I know many students don't like this. However, this is a requirement by Engineering Accreditation Council, and we have to follow the requirement. Otherwise, your degree will not be, if your degree is not accredited, you cannot register with BEM, and you cannot practice as an engineer. So your certificate in engineering will not be useful. So basically, what the policy says is that if you want to pass the course, you have to pass the final exam, even if your total marks passes the 50%. So you have to, pay very good attention, not only on the final exam. If you do very well in your semester work, the final exam will not be an issue. But if you accumulate, your assignments and your reviews to the end of the semester, definitely the load at the final will be heavy, and then passing final exam will be an issue. Another important matter is for registration. As I mentioned earlier, you have to register. If you miss to register, then you will have to pay penalties. And I think the 100 ringgit, a lot of money that we can use it for something else rather than missing registration and paying it for that purpose. Study plan, I mentioned to you about academic advisors. That's where they will be helping you in preparing your study plan. Actually, every program, they have their prepared study plan. And in this study plan, you should know how many credit hours, total credit hours you have. This is for chemical engineering program. So the program is total credit hours 138. You have 20 credit hours for Unicore, 14 credit hours Kulliyyah required courses, meaning that all students, all university students have to take these courses. These 14 credit hours, all engineering students have to take these courses, and 89 credit hours, all students in this program, the chemical engineering program, have to take these courses. And these 9 credit hours, there are some elective courses. You can choose up to 3 of these courses. And we have 6 free elective courses, 6 hours. These 6 hours, you can take them from any Kulliyyah. It's open. For the students, you can choose any subject you feel that it might help you later on in your career. So you must always check that you are achieving this number of credit hours. This is an example of the study plan as prepared by the program. So as you can see, it's prepared for every semester. So this is like, for example, semester 1 for mechanical engineering program. So the credit hours is 16 credit hours. These are the courses that we advise you to take for this semester. If you follow the study plan, it will ensure that you graduate on time within the stipulated time. And the problem will occur when we start failing courses and we start to carry over for other semesters, and that's how the delay will take place. But if anything happened, go back and revisit your study plan, discuss with your academic advisor, and see how you can manage this, because we have short semester where you can take some courses. So this could help you readjust your study plan. So planning is very, very important. And don't just leave things to take place without control. Otherwise, you will reach a state that is very difficult to control. And in the study plan, you will see some courses which are defined as a prerequisite and co-requisite. A prerequisite course is a course that you have to take before you take the other course. For example, for dynamics, you must take MECH 1301, which is statics. So you cannot register dynamics if you did not register statics. And this is defined on the system. So if you try to register dynamics, the system will reject because you did not yet take statics yet. And why we do this? Because you cannot learn dynamics before you learn statics. There will be some information that you need in dynamics, which are in statics. So study plan is but it's like something that you must keep with you, like your IC. You can keep checking on your courses, which one you have taken, which one is still not taken, and looking into your other methods. These are, I think, Unicore courses. You have come across them somehow. And another piece of information, a document which is important, is the course outline, which is specified for every course. So for Electrical Engineering Lab 1, this is the course outline. You will see the number of credit hours for the course, the course code, and the synopsis. The synopsis are important. You can read them before you start the courses. Next week, inshallah, we will start the semester. And so look at the course outline of all the courses you have registered. Read the synopsis. What is the course about? That will give you a good insight about the course. Probably it's not that you're entering a cave, a dark cave. You don't know what you are expecting. With this, at least, when the lecturer starts explaining, you will relate with the synopsis. And also, the learning outcomes are very important. You need to know what are the learning outcomes that the lecturer is expecting you to achieve at the end of this course. For example, for this lab, you have 4 learning outcomes. And as you can see, the learning outcomes are also mapped to some skills that you need to achieve, and also to the program outcomes. I will come to this at later stage, inshallah. Also, these are the assessment. You need to know what kind of assessment the lecturer will be using to ensure that you have achieved the knowledge. So in this lab, for example, you will have, sorry, this is not lab, this is another course. I'm not sure which course I've taken, but it seems to be from electrical engineering as well. So this is a 3 credit hour course. There will be quizzes and assignments, which will carries 20%, the midterm 30%, and final exam 50%. So you know what kind of assessment and you can expect in the course. And these are the student learning time, which also are very important. As you can see, we have total of 120 student learning time. And this means that for this 3 credit hours, we expect you to spend 120 hours in 14 weeks for this course. All right, so for every 3 credit hours, you are expected to spend 120 hours every semester. And also in the course outline, you will see the distribution of the topics per weeks. So you know that for this course, in the first 2 weeks, these are the topics that the lecturer will cover. Unfortunately, some students, they come to the class, they don't even know what is the topic that will be covered because they haven't looked at the course outline. And that will make learning a bit slower because it comes into a blank place, in our brain. Our brain is not aware of what is the topic that will be covered. So it's kind of like everything is coming in is new, and the challenge of learning will become more and more. And you can see here the SLT. So you will spend 6 hours in the class, and you're expected to spend 9 hours learning these topics outside the class. All right. So SLT basically is stand for the period of time that a learner should spend on the learning and teaching activities. It includes the time inside the class and the time outside the class. So when you are doing assignments, when you are revising, this is also a part of the SLT. It's not only the time that you spend with the lecturer, but it includes that time as well. So for example, if you have 3 credit hours, the SLT is 120 hours. So that is in 14 weeks, not every week. Yeah. Otherwise, yes, you have no life, as I write here. So if you take, for example, 18 credit hours, in 14 weeks, you are expected to spend 168 hours. You owe us 168 hours of learning if you take 18 credit hours every semester, right? So if we give you work more than 168 hours, you can complain. But if the work we give it to you is within 168 hours, you cannot complain because it is the requirement by MQA, Malaysian Qualification Agency. All right, and actually, if we divide this over 14 weeks, you have to spend 33 hours every week, you know, and in 1 week, sorry, I was mistakenly saying things just now. The 168 hours is the number of hours we have a week. So every week you have to spend 33 hours learning. The remaining 135 hours is yours. You can do anything else in a week. So it's just a matter of planning your time, and inshallah you will be able to achieve your learning. Please take note of your academic calendar. It is available on our website. As I showed you just now, you can access the calendar there. You need to know what are the deadlines to withdraw courses, to drop courses, to pre-register, and so on. So you don't miss. We have many cases where students come and say, I didn't know, I missed the date, I didn't know the dates. And that is not actually an excuse because information are provided. So you have 2 calendars. One of them will show you all these detailed information. So please make sure that you have this. Now you can just have them on your mobile, save them somewhere, and refer to them from time to time. And you can even put reminders that pre-registration was in this date, put reminder that you will receive it 1 day before pre-registration, 1 week before pre-registration. And the other matter I want to cover is about outcome-based education, or OBE. Previously, before OBE, education was about teaching. It was teacher-centered. Everything is about the teacher, what the teacher want to teach, what the teacher want to deliver to the students. So I have a syllabus. I will just make sure I deliver the syllabus. That is the focus. But with OBE, there was some transformation in the education, and it became about learning. It's not about teaching. And that's why we call it student-centered. So now the focus is not about just teaching and finishing the syllabus. It's also about teaching and having interactive learning. So the student must be interacting in the teaching and learning process. OBE is a comprehensive system where we bring everything together. Just now, Dr. Sani presented the university vision and mission and the Kulliyyah vision and mission, under OBE we also have 3 levels of outcomes that we want to achieve. We have what we call the program educational objective, which is supposed to be achieved in 3 to 5 years after you graduate. And the program objective, which you have to achieve by you graduating. When you graduate from Kulliyyah of Engineering, you have to achieve all these 12 program outcomes. And also we have the course outline or the course outcomes. So every course have an outcomes as I've shown you earlier. So for the course outline, these are the outcomes for this course. Every course will have its own outcomes. And as I mentioned to you, these outcomes are mapped to the program outcomes. So when you learn about analyze basic electric circuits using Ohm's law and so on, this should achieve outcome or program outcome 1. When you learn about constructing and evaluating electronic circuits using computer simulation programs, you should achieve PO5. And when you do design a circuit using op-amp based on a given specification, this should achieve PO4. And these POs are here. So these are the 12 program outcomes. Sorry. So you should be aware of this. You will have this table in every course outline. And by the first semester, you should memorize all these program outcomes. So just now for the course outline, PO5 is using modern tool usage. So you should learn how to use softwares and so on. PO4 is investigation. PO1 is about applied knowledge of mathematics and science and so on. So at the end of your study in Kulliyyah of Engineering, you should be able to achieve all this. Your communication should improve, your ethics should improve, you should have awareness about environment and sustainability, you should be well versed with modern usage tools in your field of study, you should be able to design, and you have good problem analysis. This is what you should achieve at the end of the program. And in 3 to 5 years of your career after graduation, you should be able to achieve these program educational objectives. So you should advance in your career. In 3 to 5 years, you should probably maybe get promoted in your work. You maybe have some professional commitment, joining, of course, BEM, boards of engineers in Malaysia, becoming an IR, professional engineer. Maybe you can start your own business, and you involve yourself in learning. You're taking courses and workshops and so on. All right. So this is how OBE works. So we try to make sure that everything is connected together. And talking about OBE, then bring us to the responsibility of learning. So learning is all about you. Don't just wait for the lecturer to teach you. Actually, now we don't call ourselves lecturers, we call ourselves learning facilitators, because learning is your responsibility. We just try to help you to achieve this learning. And I know that probably in CFS, the way that you are given assignments and tutorials quite extensively, but you cannot expect this at the university level. You have to be more independent. The lecturer will explain the concept, we'll do some examples for you, but it's your responsibility to spend the student learning time, the 33 credit hours in the week, to do more problems, to solve more tutorials, and to show your learning. All right, so, and with RTL, of course, the challenge of independent learning and responsibility on learning becomes even more. So if OBE will work well, we should have this kind of active screens on during our RTL. All faces are there, alert, not sleeping behind the screen and like you're on the screen and you go back to sleep. So you must come prepared to the class. Don't come blank, without any background. Most of us lecturers will give you something to prepare to the class. So you need to look at these materials and come prepared with questions, with ideas to share, and contribute to discussions and actively engage in the class. Don't just be an active listener. We want to be you to be an active learner, where you also contribute by asking questions and contributing to the discussion. Also, be ready to learn from your peers and from your classmates, from your lecturers. Give feedback for improvement. One of the very crucial issues that we receive from the students are always at the end of the semester, and sometimes we can't do anything about it. So if you have any issue, bring it timely so that the Kulliyyah can look at it, the lecturer can look at it. Sometimes as we are teaching, we think we are okay, but when you come to us and say, I can't understand this way, can you help me, change the way or improve the way or add some other ways for us to learn? Then we can, incorporate and do some improvement. Ethics are important. We need to respect and trust each other, and of course, to be committed to learning. My last topic is, as I mentioned to you just now, I will share with you a survey that we have done for first-year students. Sorry. In this survey, we did it because we from our data that we've collected over a few semesters, we've found that first-year students, when they join the Kulliyyah, their CGPA drops. Out of the 78 students we have surveyed, 65% of them, they have drop in CGPA. They come in from CFS with 3 or 3 point something, and then first year their CGPA drops below that. And 73% of them, they feel that the environment in the university changed from that in CFS. Now, of course, the environment issue is very important. That's why I said you need to learn your environment. Maybe now it's RTL, we are still at home, and that's also another new environment, another new challenge that we are learning from home with all these, disturbances around us. So we need to learn how to improve our skills, how to improve our time management, and at the same time, we need to understand that learning is our responsibility. And the way that we've been learning before might be different from the way that it will take place at the university. It's not that the university is difficult. It is actually putting the responsibility back on the learner, and that is how it's supposed to be. Probably we need to improve our teaching and learning system before university, because that is how actually it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be interactive teaching and learning. So communicate with your lecturers, communicate with your academic advisors. If you have any issues, don't just sleep on it. And sometimes from the survey, we also found that students usually refer to their peers when they have issues. with due respect, your peers might not have more experience than you. You know, their experience is as much as yours. So we would actually advise you to refer to your lecturers, to your academic advisors. They will be able to help you better, inshallah. And at the university, we have many platforms that can help you in improving your skills, for example, your time management skills and so on. So the bottom line is, don't sleep on any issue. Be responsible, take charge of your own learning. And I think with this, I end my presentation, and I also wish you a very pleasant, blessed and successful journey, inshallah, at Kulliyyah of Engineering. Welcome, and I'm looking forward to see you all. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Professor Dr. Man Al-Hatib, for the insightful briefing. If anyone has any questions, you are welcome to ask during our Q&A session at the end of the program. Distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, we will now move on to our next session, which is a briefing on student matters. With all due respect, I would like to invite our Honorable Deputy Dean of Student Development and Community Engagement, Associate Professor Dr. Hasma Mansur, to deliver a briefing regarding student matters for Kulliyyah of Engineering. Please welcome.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum. Okay, now you can see my slide, yeah, brothers and sisters. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Congratulations, my dear brothers and sisters. So today, you are here with us at Kulliyyah of Engineering on your first day as the student of KOE. Do you know, my dear brothers and sisters, there are many other students out there who would like to be here as a student of KOE. However, Allah has chosen you due to a very special reason. So do you feel very grateful, my dear brothers and sisters? I hope that we can interact using the chat box in the Zoom link. Yeah, so please write down something positive to you yourself and also to your friends. Like, for example, congratulations, congratulations, thank you, Mama, thank you, Ayah, and any other kind words that will bring a very positive spirits to us. Okay, please write it down, yeah, brothers and sisters. Unfortunately, I couldn't check the chat box, but later I will read it through. Okay, please open the chat box, yeah, so that students can write it down. Their positive wishes to their friends, to themselves, to their parents. Okay, I can see there are 18 chats. Okay, I hope that I can read it through, or maybe Nabila, if you can mention something, some wishes. Okay, okay, we have so many, Alhamdulillah. Okay, Nabila, please pick a few, maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, so many. All right.
So many, mashallah. 58 already, 59.
Congrats everyone. Congrats everyone. Alhamdulillah, congrats everyone. You're doing amazing, guys.
Okay, so today is your first day, yeah, brothers and sisters, as a student at Kulliyyah of Engineering, IIUM. And we at the Kulliyyah would like to wish you all the best and congratulations. Okay, now, my dear brothers and sisters, I would like you to sit down and rest and take a deep breath. Okay, and then if needed, you can close your eyes for a while and imagine yourself in 4 years of time. Imagine yourself in 4 years in time. Okay, I hope that you have something in your mind and kindly write it down in the chat box. Yeah, okay, how do you imagine yourself in 4 years' time? Okay, please come on. Okay, please, brothers and sisters, share with us, share with your friends. How do you imagine yourself in 4 years' time? Okay, please, I'm waiting here. And maybe Nabila, if you saw something interesting, please tell us. Yeah, because I cannot read through the chat box. Okay, I think we have some. Ada?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Mature on a stage celebrating my achievements in IIUM.
Celebrating achievement, nature.
Successful, independent. Where is the, okay, that's the question. Okay, wearing graduation robe.
Graduation robe, Masya Allah.
Job hunter.
Job hunter, looking for a job, Masya Allah. Okay, thank you. Please keep on writing. Yeah, how do you imagine yourself in 4 years of time? Okay, so that's what we call begin with the end in mind, as stated by Stephen R. Covey in his book entitled 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Yeah. So just now from Sister Nabila, she said that many of the students imagine themselves having success, wearing this graduation robe, yeah, being very happy, maybe with the friends and family, and many other things. And maybe you are looking for a job. So, brothers and sisters, now in this 4 years journey, you already know that you want to be graduated as students of Kulliyyah of Engineering, holding a degree in engineering, inshallah. But then, brothers and sisters, this dream will not come true if you didn't do anything. So you have set the goals, which is to graduate on time within 4 years of duration at KOE IIUM. But then you must have several milestones, and also you need to plan for the best on how to achieve the success towards the end of your study at Kulliyyah of Engineering IIUM. Okay, but then, my dear brothers and sisters, I would like to remind all of us, especially to myself, that the meaning of success is not only by having a good degree. It is not being an engineer is a success. We need to look at the meaning of success in a bigger overview. What Allah defines success. Yeah. So how Allah defines these people is successful. For us as Muslims, of course, our ultimate objective, ultimate goal in life to enter Jannatul Firdaus. Therefore, my fellow friends, brothers and sisters, yeah, my dear students, the objective here right now at the Kulliyyah of Engineering is to seek knowledge because of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And also we need to learn so many other skills that has been highlighted by our Prof. Ma'an and also Dr. Sani. And why we learn that all of skills, it is due to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. We want to become a leader, but the leader that brings the people, the ummah, to the Jannah, insyaAllah, yeah, by following all the rules and regulation and also what has been stated in the Al-Quran, Islam as the way of life. Okay, so this is Kulliyyah of Engineering, yeah, brothers and sisters. This picture was taken in the building E1, which is the most popular building and the busiest building. And the picture here was taken in year 2020, in March, where we celebrated the 25th anniversary of Kulliyyah of Engineering. I hope, my dear brothers and sisters, you will come back very soon to IIUM in Gombak campus, that you will appreciate the life at IIUM. The life at IIUM will be very interesting. I couldn't describe it, but then you must come and to see what we have at IIUM. And I hope that you will see the uniqueness of IIUM. We have, okay, by the way, the name of IIUM is international. We have international students, international lecturers, international staff, Islamic, and we are doing all the activities, the programs towards Islam, yeah, and it is all based on Islamic principle. And then university and Malaysia. So what else you want? We are at the International University, we are at the Islamic University of Malaysia in IIUM. I hope that, brothers and sisters, once you enter IIUM, you will feel belongs to IIUM. You feel fall in love with IIUM. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, you need to hold the good names of IIUM. So if you find any issues at the IIUM, maybe a very small issues, don't just write in the social media. Yeah, just comment here and there, complaining, but do nothing. The good things is, the good way how to handle issues is to address the issue to our Kulliyyah management, or maybe to student society, which is engineers, or to your senior, to your academic advisor. We need to work on the problem, not just complaining. for the problem. So I hope that you will hold the good names of IIUM and then have the right attitude of a student, of a university student, yeah, where we need yourself to be a very proactive, and also you need to have the good adab, and also you need to have a very proactive, hardworking, and do your best in whatever you do, inshallah. Okay, obtaining a degree from Kulliyyah of Engineering IIUM is not just obtaining a scroll, yeah, brothers and sisters. Just now, Dr. Sani has highlighted about the Sejahtera academic framework, where I also showed here in my slide. So in IIUM, while you're obtaining the degree, it will follow this Sejahtera academic framework that cover a very important and also useful philosophy. For example, number 1, Maqasid Sharia, which is about faith, life, knowledge, wealth, yeah. And also we are combining together with the IIUM mission and vision. And also we are embedded our teaching and learning with the 5 pillars of education, which are learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, learning to be, and learning to become. And also, last but not least, we are developing our curriculum, our academic structure, and other things with the background of falsafah pendidikan kebangsaan, that the main objective is to produce a balanced graduate. So what is balanced graduate, brothers and sisters? According to this falsafah pendidikan kebangsaan, it is jerisah, which means jasmani, rohani, intellect, sahsiah, and also hamba Allah. Okay, and also we will do in Khalifah, Amanah, Iqra, Rahmatan lil Alamin. And we will start with Ta'aruf at Kulliyyah of Engineering with the concept of Khair, which is Khalifah, Amanah, Iqra, and Rahmatan lil Alamin. And I hope that you will be staying with us in these 2 days of Ta'aruf and contribute, discuss, internalize, interact with our facilitators later on, inshallah. Okay, so I would like to introduce the staff at my office, which is Office of Deputy Dean, Student Development and Community Engagement. My email address is hasmah@iium.edu.my. With me, we have Brother Muhammad Zambri as the Assistant Admin Officer. We have Sister Nur Syuhadah Atika as the Personal Assistant and also Administrative Assistant. So you can contact us, and later on, if you can come to Gombak campus, our office is quite spacious. We have sitting area for students. You are most welcome to come to our office. And our office role is, okay, first about the students' welfare and also students' development, and also about the students' activities and any other matters. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters. Okay, you have seen this Kulliyyah management. We are all led by Dr. Sani as the Dean of Kulliyyah of Engineering. Okay, now I would like to introduce to you the backbone of the Kulliyyah, where you students, you must be very engaged with your academic advisor. Okay, so we have Chemical Engineering, Dr. Nur Ili Muhammad Puan. Later, when you have session with engineers, you will be given a ta'aruf, a booklet where you can find their emails and also their contact, inshallah. Okay, then we have Associate Professor Dr. Rosmi Nazrin Abdul Rahim from Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Okay, for EE, we are very special, and you will have 2 academic advisors for now. The second one is Dr. Muhammad Shahrin Abu Hanifah. Okay, this is because previously we have 2 programs under ECE department, but then for your batch, it's already combined to 1 program only. Okay, so you can contact Dr. Rosmi or Dr. Shahrin if you have any issues regarding your academic or any personal matters. Okay, for Aerospace Engineering, we have Dr. Alia Farhana. For Automotive Engineering, we have Associate Professor IR Dr. Salmiah Ahmad. For Materials Engineering, we have Dr. Farah Diana Muhammad Daud. For manufacturing engineering, we have Dr. Aisyah Najah Daniel, and also for civil engineering, we have Dr. Nadia. For mechatronic, we have Dr. Azhar Ibrahim. Okay. These are your head of departments. Yeah, the departments here we have chemical engineering, Prof. Saidi, electrical and electronics engineering, Prof. Muhammad Rafiqul, mechatronics engineering, Dr. Ali Sofyan, mechanical associate Professor Dr. Fadli, materials engineering, Dr. Ahmad Zahirani, civil engineering, Dr. Sairah Hani, Department of Science, which will offer you the math and also ethics subject. It is led by Assistant Professor Dr. Muhammad Lukman, and we have a responsible research, Professor Dr. Miftah, and also PAKA coordinator, which is Associate Professor Dr. Fadila. You will have session with them on the second day, which is tomorrow, session with department. Okay. How to be active at Kulliyyah of Engineering? How to gain knowledge in terms of leadership, in terms of communication, in terms of managerial. So you can join us with Students Society. At Kulliyyah of Engineering, we have engineers as the main board, where this is the main Kulliyyah-based society. They are very active. This year it is Engineers 27. That indicates it is already 27 year of establishment of Kulliyyah of Engineering this year. We have associations, for example, ECESA, Student Association, MCTSA, and so on. And also we have Career Bureau, Welfare Bureau, Invention Bureau, and others. And if you are very competitive, if you want to enter competition, if you are very into robotics, then you can join IIUM Robot Team. And we also have this student union representative at Kulliyyah of Engineering. And we just established Google Developer Club, where you can become the member. Okay, not only become the member, but please become the active member and involved in many of the activities organized by the society. Through activities, you can gain so many things, inshallah. Okay, we also have flagships project at KOE, because if you check the office name, it is Deputy Dean of Student Development and Community Engagement. You are all encouraged to do community engagement, to give back to the society. We have River of Life, led by Prof. Ma'an. We have SciTech, led by me, myself, and other projects, for example, Sana Al-Tajweed, IIUM Food Waste, Electric Coaster, and so on. So any activities related to community engagement, you are very well encouraged to collaborate with us, the lecturers, inshallah. Okay, later, brothers and sisters, when you come to IIUM to attend classes, inshallah, maybe in November or December, if possible, yeah. When you come to campus, when you come to offices, when you come to classes, please dress up according to IIUM dress code. Yeah. So please wear slack, please wear collared t-shirt or a shirt. Yeah. So collared t-shirt is allowed. And if you want to go to the lab, there will be a special lab attire. Okay, I would like to remind you about honesty. Yeah, my dear brothers and sisters, since you know that we are here at the university, it's not just to get the highest CGPA. It is not just about to obtaining the degree as an engineer, yeah. But then we seek knowledge because of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. We want to achieve the ultimate success. So please be honest, yeah, everywhere. And we as Muslim, we must practice Islam as the way of life. And in the exam, when we have online or face-to-face exam, just be honest in the exam. Okay, according to this student discipline rules, year 2004, the students who are committed cheating or attempted to cheat or bring in unauthorized materials, for this case is for the face-to-face exam where book is not allowed, then you can be expelled from the university. That will be very sad, yeah, my dear brothers and sisters, and this has been happened in the previous. Okay, Prof. Ma'an already mentioned about SAPER. Okay, so later today, yeah, brothers and sisters, you will have session that we call IUM song reflections. And this morning, we have heard IUM song together. And believe me, when you listen to IUM song, you will feel motivated. Your spirit will be lifted. Because as you can see from the lyric and the melody are very beautiful. Yeah, so let's read a few here. Let's lead the way, enlighten the future, share the wisdom through the spirit of Islam. Revelation and reason, we shall excel, we shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, we are the Khalifah. We will fulfill the amanah. And there are other lyrics as well. So this afternoon, you are going to do some reflection and present in your small group. So you are encouraged to upload your students' outcome, creativity. So you can write an essay, you can do sketches, you can make your own video or poem or any suitable creative expression, and you can do it in group or individual. Share with your friends and family, and the highest number of likes will be getting 100 ringgit cash prize and also a certificate. Don't forget to put the hashtag on your IG, hashtag IIUM song along with other hashtags which are IIUM KOE, IIUM Ta'aruf 2021, KOE Ta'aruf, IIUM My Home. Yeah. Okay. With that, I thank you very much. I wish you all the best, and we wish you having a wonderful journey at Kulliyyah of Engineering IIUM. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Hasma Mansoor, for that inspiring briefing. Honorable guests, brothers and sisters, now I would like to open the floor for the Q&A session. We welcome any queries you may have. So we have about 5 minutes more, for the Q&A session. So just switch on your microphone or drop your questions in the chat box. All right, so we have one question from YouTube, okay, by Daniel. Okay, are we going to have physical laboratory session at the campus? So that's the question. Maybe I can pass to Dr. Ma'an.
Okay, thank you, sister. Thank you for the question. I think we have shared through engineers with all the students the courses that require the students to be on campus. So please refer to the list, and if your course is there, then yes, you have to be to come back to campus, and you have to follow the procedure applying to, I think, IMAC and so on. And of course, the other cases where students can come back fall under those who have inconvenient learning environment. I hope that answers the question.
All right, thank you, Dr. Ma'an, for answering the questions. So any questions from Zoom? Any question? You can drop your questions in the chat box, or you can switch on your microphone. So maybe we can have about one question more, at least one question more. So we will wait about 1 minute, about 1 minute more. If there is no questions, we can end the session. All right, there is question in chat box. Chemical engineering is new course in IIM. Adakah dia diiktiraf? Please welcome.
Dr. Sani, you want to?
Okay. Well, it is accredited. Previously, the nomenclature was biochemical biotechnology. But in the last curriculum review, then we decided then to move into this new program. And yeah, it is actually accredited. Yeah. All our programs are accredited. Okay. And going back to the question, I think of, well, not exactly on the lab, but on coming back to campus, please what we call, be alert on the announcement by IUM. I think the plan is that based on the ministry announcement or what we call plan, inshallah in November we will be allowing more students to come back to campus, and we wish, especially we want to put priority among other group would be the first or the new student, so that you can have the feeling of coming in the campus setting and things like that. So once they make announcement, then you can come November. I think the plan is to get as many, but there are some limitation due to the SOP. Probably something like 70% of the population can come back to campus, so something like that. The university will make announcement more later. So be ready yourself and make sure you have 2 doses. Then that is one of the main requirement then to come back to campus. Inshallah, we are very much looking forward to see you on campus.
All right, thank you, Dr. Sani. Maybe we can have one last question. Okay, one last question. It's too early to ask about for internship. Is it we choose the company or it's already been listed?
Okay, thank you. It's not too early. I think it's good to plan ahead. I mean, that's a good way of thinking. For EIT, it's open for the students to select the company, but they have to select it from the company list that's provided by the department. We do this because we just want to ensure that the companies are able to provide you the training that we aspire, and there will be no issues with these companies. If you have any company that is not on the list and you think that it can provide proper training, you can give the EIT coordinator at the department, provide the EIT coordinator department with information about the company profile, and so on. And if it is approved, then you can join that company. So we are a bit flexible on this. The bottom line is that we want to ensure that the company is genuine and there is no issues with that. I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
All right, we have one more question, but we have a short time now, or maybe okay. So I think that's all for the Q&A session. All right, maybe some of us can reply to the chat. Okay. So I think that's all for the Q&A session. Thank you for your participation. Distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, we have come to the end of our Kulliyyah briefing session. We hope that it has been informative and educational for everyone, and the information gained from today's session would benefit all of you. But the session has not ended yet because we have one more session at 12 p.m. If you want to know more about one of the Kulliyyah-based society engineers, stay tuned for our next session with engineers. Before we end the session, I would like to invite everyone for the photography session. You can turn on your camera and show a big smile.
Okay, we will be taking the picture, but everyone is not fully open the camera. Please turn on the camera. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we will take another picture. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One more picture. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you for the photography session. We would like to extend our gratitude to all the honorable guests, the lecturers, the facilitators, and the new students of IIUM for joining this morning session. A little announcement for all electrical and computer engineering, ECE, and mechatronics, MCT students. After this, you can enter Zoom Group B using the link given in the chat box, while the other department students can remain in this Zoom. So we end our Kulliyyah briefing session today with Tasbih Kafarah and Surah Al-Asr.